Bitcoin price surges, next move 100K or crash below 80K. March 2nd, 2025. Bitcoin market analysis, key trends, technical insights, and future predictions. 1. Bitcoin price overview. Bitcoin is currently trading around $86,000, marking a 2.5% increase over the past 24 hours. The market experienced a sharp dip, dropping to $78,000 before rebounding to $85,000. The total market capitalization of BTC stands at approximately $1.71 trillion, while the 24-hour trading volume is around $60 to $63 billion, reflecting a slight decrease compared to the previous day. 2. Technical analysis, support and resistance levels. Bitcoin is currently testing the $85,000 resistance level, which has acted as a key rejection zone in recent trading sessions. If BTC breaks above this level, the next major resistance sits at $87,500. Conversely, $82,000 serves as immediate support, and if breached, Bitcoin may decline towards $78,000, which was the most recent intraday low. Key technical indicators. RSI, Relative Strength Index, currently around 46, indicating neutral momentum without clear overbought or oversold conditions. MACD, Moving Average Convergence Divergence. The MACD line is below the signal line, signaling bearish momentum in the short term. 200-day moving average. BTC is trading below the 200-day MA, $96,536, which suggests that the long-term trend is not yet decisively bullish. 3. Macroeconomic factors impacting Bitcoin Federal Reserve monetary policy. The latest inflation report showed 3% YoY CPI growth, which exceeded expectations. This has led analysts to believe that the Federal Reserve may delay interest rate cuts until late 2025 instead of mid-year. Higher interest rates generally put pressure on risk assets like stocks and cryptocurrencies. Following this inflation data release, Bitcoin initially dipped to $94,200 before rebounding to $98,100, reflecting investor uncertainty about Fed policy decisions. Stock market correlation. Bitcoin continues to maintain a strong correlation with the U.S. stock market. Recent geopolitical concerns and proposed tariffs by the Trump administration have caused a 0.75% drop in the S&P 500 and a 1.2% decline in the Nasdaq. This sell-off in equities led to lower risk appetite among investors, negatively affecting Bitcoin. However, if stock markets rebound, BTC could regain bullish momentum. Regulatory developments. The U.S. crypto regulatory landscape is showing positive shifts. SEC's approach to crypto regulation is evolving, with a shift toward clearer guidelines rather than enforcement actions. The approval of multiple spot Bitcoin ETFs in early 2024 has introduced Bitcoin to mainstream institutional investors. President Trump's executive order on digital assets aims to position the U.S. as a leader in blockchain innovation. An upcoming White House crypto summit on March 7th could further influence sentiment in the industry. These factors are improving investor confidence in the long-term sustainability of Bitcoin within the U.S. financial system. However, regulatory uncertainties still exist, and any unexpected regulatory crackdown could cause short-term market instability. 4. Institutional and expert insights. Institutional Bitcoin investments. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, has integrated Bitcoin into its global asset allocation model through its Bitcoin ETF, IBIT. Despite short-term outflows, BlackRock remains bullish on BTC as a long-term investment. ARK Invest, Cathie Wood. ARK is one of Bitcoin's strongest advocates. Wood maintains a $1 million BTC price target by 2030 and has been accumulating Bitcoin during price dips. Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, a vocal Bitcoin supporter. Saylor has declared that BTC will never drop below $60,000 again, and that the next move beyond $100,000 is imminent. Bitcoin spot ETF flows. The approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs has significantly boosted institutional adoption. While ETFs saw a brief $3.2 billion net outflow during Bitcoin's February correction, inflows resumed in early March, indicating renewed institutional confidence. ARK21 shares Bitcoin ETF led the recovery with the highest single-day inflow of $193 million, contrasting with BlackRock's $244 million net outflow on the same day. 5. Short-term and long-term Bitcoin outlook. Short-term, next 7 days. Bitcoin is expected to trade within the $80,000–$90,000 range in the near term. Bullish scenario. If BTC breaks $87,500, it could challenge the $90,000 psychological resistance. Bearish scenario: if BTC fails to hold above $82,000, a drop to $78,000, $75,000 likely. The upcoming crypto summit at the White House and stock market movements will be key factors to watch. Medium term, next few months. Analysts forecast that if inflation continues cooling, the Federal Reserve could begin rate cuts by late 2025, fueling risk asset growth. Some price targets suggest BTC could trade between $150,000 and $300,000 by late 2025. On the downside, if economic conditions worsen or a crypto market event triggers fear, BTC could test $75,000 or even $60,000 before resuming its uptrend. Long term, by the end of 2025. Most experts anticipate a bullish end-of-year scenario, with Bitcoin potentially reaching $200,000. The post-halving supply shock combined with increasing institutional adoption could push BTC toward new highs. Some analysts predict BTC could hit $250K to $300K if bullish momentum accelerates. The worst-case scenario would involve BTC remaining in the $90K to $100K range if macroeconomic and regulatory conditions create uncertainty. 6. Investment strategy and risk management opportunities versus risks. Bitcoin presents strong upside potential at current levels. However, short-term volatility remains a risk due to Federal Reserve rate policies, macroeconomic conditions, regulatory developments. Suggested investment strategy. Long-term investors. Consider a DCA, dollar cost averaging, strategy, gradually accumulating BTC over time rather than timing the market. Short-term traders. Set stop-loss orders below key support levels, 80K, to mitigate downside risks. Portfolio allocation. Even BlackRock recommends a 1-2% BTC allocation, highlighting Bitcoin as a high-risk, high-reward asset. Final thoughts. Bitcoin is at a critical juncture with strong long-term fundamentals despite short-term uncertainties. Institutional adoption, regulatory clarity, and macroeconomic trends will determine whether BTC moves toward 100K plus or undergoes further corrections. Investors should remain cautious, disciplined, and well-informed in navigating this evolving market.